What you are about to hear is a hyper-condensed version of Game of Microphones Episode 104, covering Game of Thrones Season 7, Episode 2, Stormborn. Comprised of highlights and bloopers, clips are out of context and may be out of sequence. For more, check out the full episode. Spoilers ahead.
Balerion the Dread. The beast that Aegon rode across the sea. His flames forged the Iron Throne and brought the Seven Kingdoms to heel. Powerful, but not invincible. Apparently, one of Daenerys' dragons was wounded by spears in the fighting pits of Meereen. If they can be wounded, they can be killed.
And now, from the crypts of Winterfell, it's your favorite podcast of Thrones, Game of Microphones, with Sir Duncan and Lady Rachel. Winter is here.
I was there. I lived in the alleys. I lived in the gutters. I lived in the abandoned houses. I was mutilated. I was used for crazy magic. I think he has ulterior motives, like marrying her.
Yeah, he may have screwed himself over in that aspect too by vouching for Jon later on, as we'll talk about, and advising her to meet with him. He basically friend zoned himself there.
Shot himself in the foot with that one.
Yeah, as she's sort of viewed the spider as this evil puppet master, her whole life. Basically, she's heard horrible legends about this spider, and they finally meet. And she's drawn into his web. Totally.
Yeah. And we have Olenna Martell, or not Olenna Martell.
Close.
Oh my God.
Martell,
Olenna
Tyrell. Bran, Bronn,
we have
Pycelle, Martell, Tyrell.
It's one of the tells, okay? Hilaria's pissed. So she's like, so we're providing the armies.
Yeah. He's like, yep, that's right, bitch.
That's right. I mean, I was surprised that he didn't send the Unsullied and the Dothraki to Casterly Rock.
Right. I guess he doesn't even want to take his own castle with a foreign army yet until
That's true.
Until the people are acclimated to Dany and know that she does have Westeros backing her as well.
But they're going at it with the Unsullied. They're a foreign army.
Oh, right. Good call.
Yes.
They're less like abrasive though, like they wear armor.
They're not
and
savages.
Like,
yeah, they're like, I hate using that word, but
they're less of an acquired taste. Jorah Mormont, you are not going to die tonight.
I just wrote Jorah gets flayed by Sam. Ebrose tells him that the infection has just spread way too far. Basically, you should have cut your arm off, like when it first happened, which I thought was interesting.
Right.
It's like, maybe he should have.
Yeah. That'd be like Walking Dead style. You get bit, you got to cut your arm off like immediately.
You gotta like saw your own arm off. Yeah. Oh my God. So Jorah, he's like, damn.
He's like, fuck.
And Sam's like, excuse me, pardon, Archmaester. Have you studied the varying rates of grayscale progression in infants to fully grown men? Well, no. Not
exactly.
I gotcha. We're on the same page.
Yeah, i.e. kill yourself, bro. He's like, if you're gonna write, you got to do the research, but if you want people to read it, you also need to add a bit of style, He's like, I'm not writing my book, The Chronicles of the Wars Following the Death of King Robert I, so it can sit on a shelf unread. In this book called The Study of Rare Diseases by Archmaester Pylos, he has a procedure that he recommends, and Ebrose is like, it's like, you want to know how that motherfucker died? Grayscale, bitch. Good luck.
Oh my God. Samuel opens the door and rolls in a cart filled with all this like medical shit.
Hello.
It's gonna be a woman.
Very
It's going to
interesting.
be.
It's
There's
possible.
no other reason for this translation.
Right. So there's the story of Azor Ahai where he does all these things trying to temper his blade, Lightbringer, right? Forges it, spending 100 days hammering, heating, hammering, and folding, and heating and hammering and folding, repeating over and over to forge this amazing blade and to temper it. He calls his wife, Nissa Nissa, and asks her to bare her breast. And she does it. And he apologizes, but she willingly allows him to sacrifice her to temper the legendary blade Lightbringer, and he thrusts it through her heart, and her cry of agony and ecstasy sends a crack through the face of the moon, and thus the creation of Lightbringer has occurred. So, if we're looking for modern parallels...
So it cracks the moon? Because doesn't one of Dany's girls, I forget her name, the one that has sex with Viserys in the bathtub?
Or one of them...
Yeah.
Yeah, it talks about the birth of the dragons, right? Dragons came from the moon.
That the moon cracked and 1,000 dragons poured out of it.
Yes, excellent point. That could be a coded connection to Dany being Azor Ahai. Tyrion's ears perk up, and he turns...
Jon Snow? Ned Stark's bastard?
He's a Stark, he's really a Targaryen, but he was raised by the Starks, So, unfortunately, this also, as I was mentioning earlier, puts Tyrion, squarely in the friend zone by suggesting that she meets Jon Snow. Jon Snow hates this bitch.
Yes. I cook with brown butter a lot.
She's like, yeah, I didn't do that.
You've been making pies?
One or two. Frey pies.
Oh my God, I didn't even catch that. Oh, that's so funny.
She's talking about how she baked up Black Walder and what's his face, Lothar.
I was wondering about that. I was like, when would she have made pies?
And here she's like missing him. It seems like she's really like
in a place where she first started to hate him.
Yeah, true. This is where he killed the butcher's boy. Oh my God, amazing.
Well, I thought you'd be heading to Winterfell. Why the hell would I go there?
I'm surprised he didn't say Winter Hell.
Oh, Winter Hell. Oh my God, that's so funny. I totally forgot about that.
And so Baelish comes out of the shadows and he's like, I delivered his bones myself. Talking about Ned's bones.
Oh my God.
Jon is just not having any of this. He turns around like fucking Mike Tyson or something with his hand swinging through the air and just in one motion, just like whack, grabs Littlefinger, like punch grabs his throat and just slams him against the wall. Yeah.
I love it.
Everybody's shitting on Littlefinger.
I love it. Like, go fuck yourself.
Yeah, and soon when Brand Computer shows up, they're going to have all the inside information about how Littlefinger's been behind everything from the beginning. Downloading Littlefinger data. Initiate Operation Littlefinger Exposure. Littlefinger WikiLeaks type thing.
WikiLeaks.
Bran is like the WikiLeaks guy. Bran Assange. Like Tyrion is advising Dany, the queen, sticking up for Jon, Sansa is advising Jon, the king, sticking up for Tyrion. Right? So it's like a cool little parallel. So Dany needs Jon and the North to cement the rule of the Seven Kingdoms, and Jon needs Dany and her dragons to defeat the White Walkers and the Undead Army. I would have preferred the book version of the throne, which is like 30 feet tall and made with like 2,000 swords or something ridiculous.
Oh yeah, it's like there's steps up to it too. Yeah, it's really, really tall.
Yeah, it's so
you have to like
crazy.
walk up to it.
You like walk up steps made of swords and shit. Yeah. Doing her whole propaganda thing here. And we see Randall and Dickon, the Tarleys.
Dickon. We are currently working on a solution.
Yeah, so ominous since we've seen his past solutions already. We've seen the Franken Mountain, which is a terrifying solution to a problem. We've seen the wildfire explosion at the Sept, which is another terrifying solution to a problem. So Qyburn is, his solutions are pretty fucked up. That's what we know.
Yes.
If anybody's going to side with Cersei, it's going to be Randall Tarley, right?
Randall Tarley.
The two like worst people around. And the Euron Greyjoy next to the Night King will join up with them and it'll be like the fucking dream team of evil. Don't do that to Balerion, man. That's not cool. So it's just really good to see that come to fruition and to see them both be accepting of each other and making do with what they have, basically, or don't have.
Do or don't, but they still did many things.
Yep, totally.
Yara like completely changes gears from like getting ready to get down with Alaria
from bow wow to just.
It was Tyene that was Alaria's daughter, like biological daughter.
And so we got Obara, whose mother was the nameless crying girl. We've got Tyene, whose mother is Ilaria, and then we've got Lady Nim, who's the whip girl. Nymeria.
Oh, fuck, she's dead.
She's done for.
And he rams her own spear through her stomach and lifts her off the ground.
Impaled.
My God.
Vicious.
So intense.
All right, that's our show, episode 104. Thanks for listening, everybody.
Yes, thanks, guys. We love you so much.
Indeed. And a huge thank you to John Bailey, the epic voice guy from the Emmy-nominated Honest Trailers, for announcing our show. If you'd like to donate or subscribe to support us, you can go to paypal.me/GOM podcast or patreon.com/GOM podcast to donate an amount of your choosing. There are links to both at gameofmicrophones.com.
Doing some online shopping? Go to gameofmicrophones.com and click on our link to Amazon. As an Amazon associate, we earn from qualifying purchases.
Any contribution you make helps, and you can help secure the continued existence of Game of Microphones. We'd like to thank our patrons, Sir Matthew of House Repp, Lady Lucy of House Roberts, Lady Candace of House Tews, Lady Teri of House Theodore, Lord Jeff of House Allen, Sirenicide, Lord John of House Grilz, and Luke, the Low Duke. We love you guys, and thank you so much for your patronage.
Yes, thanks guys so much.
And make sure to check out Sirenicide, the serialized horror drama podcast featuring me and Archmaester Stitches. Go to sirenicide.com and download it wherever you get your podcasts.
We also want to give a huge thanks to Lady Lisa of House Sky, High Romancer. She has been epic behind the scenes working to get our website, gameofmicrophones.com, up and running.
Yeah, thank you so much.
She's also a super gifted artist. Oh my God.
Yep.
You got to check out her amazingly illustrated children's book, The People You May See. It's one of my son's favorite. He still pulls it out every night, and he even talks about it when we're not reading stories.
Awesome.
It's available now on Amazon.com, and it's Prime eligible. You can also check all of her work out at fineartsbylisa.com or on Instagram and Facebook /fineartsbylisa.
Thank you so much, Lady Lisa.
Yes, thank you. We love you.
Next episode, we'll be covering Season 7, Episode 3, The Queen's Justice. Give it a watch and send us your thoughts. We'd love to read them on air. If you'd like to call, you can call us at 813-JOFFREY. That's 813-563-3739.
If you would like to write in, you can email us at ravens@gameofmicrophones.com.
Check out our Facebook page at facebook.com/GOM podcast.
Imslap. You can also listen to Game of Microphones on YouTube, BitChute, and Steemit. Just search for Game of Microphones to find our channel. Likes, comments, and shares are also appreciated.
We're also on Twitter, Instagram, Gab, and Minds at GOM Podcast.
And we're on Tumblr too at Game of Microphones.
Oh, and youtube.com/Game of Microphones.
Yay!
Yeah. All right, that's our show.
Thanks for listening.
I love Sansa as I loved her mother.
Touch my sister, and I'll kill you myself.